Few hear or see them, but they make the enemy tremble. Explosions at Russian airfields, oil depots, factories, destroyed enemy fuel convoys are their work as well. We are talking about the 14th Separate Regiment of Unmanned Aerial Systems of the Unmanned Systems Forces. This unit operates along the entire front line and destroys the occupiers' equipment by the hundreds. And also, they conduct deep strike operations on Russian territory and destroy enemy strategic targets. More details in the report by TSN correspondent Anastasia Neverna.
Just a few minutes for preparation, and the guys immediately get to work.
Phys on teacher, this is Arrow, activate telemetry.
Everyone knows their area of responsibility well. Coordination affects not only success, but often the lives of comrades.
We need to do everything as quickly as possible because the enemy understands as well. Scouts are working, and we have very little time for preparation. Therefore, the faster we accomplish all this, the better our result will be. And it's more likely the target will be hit.
Check the sky, set up the program. Are they preparing for launch without a drone?
Yes. Yes, lower the right a bit. Right.
Yes. As soon as the target is confirmed, the work begins. Let it be there.
Launch when ready. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
We cannot show the launch of this kamikaze drone, its system and self-guidance for security reasons, but we are happy to show the consequences of its work. This damaged echelon was supposed to deliver 1,000 tons of fuel to the occupiers in the Zaporizhzhia direction, but the defense forces had other plans. The SBU blew up the tracks and stopped the train, and the operators of the 14th Regiment struck the front and rear parts with kamikaze drones. Then the stationary target was finished off with HIMARS, which were adjusted by operators from the GUR.
This was such an important logistical route through which the enemy supplied ammunition, fuel and everything needed for the enemy's front line. This railway branch was halted for at least a week.
But any successful destruction operation starts with reconnaissance, say the MP fighters, which is why they work together.
The guys from Reconnaissance?
The reconnaissance guys guide us, direct us closer to the target, allowing us to hit the target with the quality illumination from the reconnaissance UAV.
These guys are responsible for reconnaissance in the 14th Regiment.
Our main task is to find enemy equipment, enemy personnel, and destroy them.
From the call sign, it's easy to guess where this fighter is from. Kavun from Kherson escaped the occupation and joined the ranks of the armed forces of Ukraine. He chose drones because he says they are currently the most effective weapon.
In English, you could say they are a game changer. They essentially change the nature of war. Without putting anyone in danger, the personnel can achieve success on the battlefield.
Kavun's task is to coordinate the work of his unit.
Switch off. Like that.
From there, it's a collective effort. Some of the fighters assemble and launch reconnaissance wings, others make adjustments, and he monitors the screens. He is the eyes of the unit.
I work as an operator. I am the eyes, although my own are getting tired. And the most interesting part is when you don't just adjust, but confirm the target's destruction. That's the most vivid.
They strike particularly important targets, both in the combat zone and on Russian territory. Among the confirmed targets credited to the 14th Regiment just in the last month, Smolensk Aviation Plant, Engels II Military Airfield and the Crystal Air Base located nearby. Also dozens of Russian air defense systems, fuel trains and heavy equipment. And these are only the operations that can already be talked about, out loud. The guys say they still have plenty of explosive gifts for the enemy.
Additionally, Ukrainian warriors destroyed the headquarters of Russian officers in the temporarily occupied Selidovo. In the Pokrovsk area, they destroyed several Russian guns that were firing towards our positions. But shh, that's not all. Soon you will see a drone balloon used by the soldiers of the 25th Separate Airborne Brigade to scout the area around Pokrovsk. In this story, by the way, there is another important detail. The drone, which helps the paratroopers see the enemy's rear, is equipped for work by a female technician. She is the third in the armed forces who has learned to operate a reconnaissance UAV. In civilian life, she is a geography teacher at one of the schools in Dnipro. Watch the report from near Pokrovsk by TSN special correspondent Yulia Kirienko about how the young woman, along with her comrades, is doing everything possible to prevent the front from reaching Dnipropetrovsk.
This is how our aviation destroyed Russian officers in the occupied Selidovo.
Everything is destroyed. A huge crater. This is the command post where the Russians reported that the entire officer staff was killed.
This strike by our missile was recorded by a drone operated by Bailey. Now the pilot has a new mission, to find as many enemy guns as possible before they start shelling our positions near Pokrovsk. At night, one of these was detected just seconds before it fired.
It turned out to be a grad with a full load. And now the strike will be quite spectacular.
Wow, how beautiful.
Yes, the drone flew in, sacrificing itself.
Ukrainian soldiers surpassed the enemy in their ability to operate reconnaissance drones. And this is one of the reasons why the 25th Airborne has not yet allowed the Russians into Pokrovsk. In fact, it's not necessary to sit exclusively in trenches at the front. You can observe the enemy like this, in comfort, in a warm van, in a mobile station. Moreover, deep in their rear, seeing movements, searching for targets to later destroy. Bailey gives the command to take off. Next to the vans is the equipped Shark aircraft. Here in the field where it takes off, it is operated by the paratrooper Ultra. She is the third woman in the Ukrainian Armed Forces working with such a drone. In civilian life, she is a geography teacher from Dnipro, Svetlana Alexandrovna.
So we arrive, attach our parachute.
Svetlana's students are still her main motivation and significant support. So she is in the brigade that covers the main city on the enemy's path to Dnipropetrovsk. She does everything possible to prevent the enemy from reaching her hometown. And that's about it.
You see, these nets, this is everything my students, my graduates have given me. I have a student, she is already a graduate. She wrote to me today. Svetlana Alexandrovna, hello. How are you? They informed me that there are more nets. Such moments, as you understand, make it worth being here. Look, the girl sent juices, a box of juices. And it was written, these are the juices my classmates gave me for their birthdays. This is for you. You see, the child was treated and she saved them for me. To the warriors from Alisa.
Ultra places the drone on the catapult and it flies into the sky over Pokrovsk. And almost immediately detects an enemy gun firing at our positions.
The shot from the enemy gun.
Whoa, did you capture it? Is it working out already?
Copy. We captured the shot from the enemy gun. Now we are transmitting the coordinates and the photo.
A few mouse clicks and the pilots send the coordinates of the enemy gun to the headquarters. Vasily hears them, which means it's going to get hot now.
I love it when no one can work properly. Vasily, just a minute and everything will be very good. He's the one who makes things happen. Very bright, very bright. Vasily will always take down the enemy. Oh, there's an explosion.
The enemy gun has fallen silent. That's already a decent result, but we're losing video connection with the Shark. We need to save the board, because the enemy realized they were being watched and turned on strong jamming. The pilots are trying to bring the drone to a safe zone. The crew's skill is proven. The Shark is returning to Earth. Ultra catches it. The Shark's mission for today is complete. It will be replaced in the sky by night reconnaissance drones. But Ultra will not be resting. She is collecting video from the board to continue an optional geography lesson for her students online. Because she wants to show the class the beauty of Donbass. Not only from paper maps and books, but also from a bird's eye view.
There was something like this in a lesson when we studied natural resources. The children asked, what are slag heaps? I told the pilot, film the slag heaps from all places so I can show them in class later.